Get strong.
Tonight as we go to one of the newest built tracks in all of the United States of America, a track that is less than 10 years old and sits in the capital city, or right outside the capital city, I should say, of the great state of Texas. That is Austin, Texas, and Circuit of the Americas, a track that will later on this season see NASCAR racing for the first time ever, and you get a little bit of a sneak peek tonight as we welcome you in to round number 6 of the Black Horizon Truck Series, the GLSR Black Horizon Truck Series Sith Talk Grand Prix of Circuit of the Americas, as we welcome you in to this awesome race facility that sits again just outside of Austin, Texas. We are running the West Circuit tonight, a 2.26 mile track with tons of turns and a couple of straightaways, so much more to offer. But this is race 6 of the regular season tonight. I am the captain, broadcasting live from the LMCgear.com broadcasting booth as we welcome you to a brand new circuit for the Black Horizon Truck Series, and we are expecting a lot of fun this afternoon for this race. Now, before we move on any further, and we have people popping up on camera up on the tower thingy here, this young lady appears to be enjoying her view. But want to send a shout out to those being affected by the storm, and unfortunately tonight here in Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, we have drivers who are not going to be here tonight because of said weather, which is a very unfortunate deal tonight. So we'll be talking about that throughout, but hopefully everybody is doing okay with what has transpired so far here in the last couple of weeks. I know me personally, I'm being affected by work because of the storms, and I don't even have an inch of snow on the ground anywhere. So it just tells you what we've been going through here. So hopefully all the best to everybody who's being affected by by these storms. Here is the point standings as we go into tonight's race. Ricky Springer, Mr. Four-Peat, going for 5 in a row tonight. He leads by some 55 points over J.W. Miller. Justin Laxton, his teammate, there is third. Christopher Dean, who is one of the unfortunate, will not be here tonight's fourth. Colton Zimmer, fifth. Calhoun, not here tonight, unfortunately. He is sixth. Those are a couple Texas drivers. Their home track not even able to race tonight because of the weather. William Martin, Zach Allman, Brandon Trejembo, your top 9 in the point standings as we get ready to do some racing here for 41 laps around Circuit of the Americas. This is going to be a fun race. Now, of course, I seem to enjoy this segment, and hopefully you do too. It's one where I get to bring the internet up, as they're out qualifying right now, by the way, for the race. But we want to get our stuff taken care of with fantasy picks. So at this moment of the race, this is where I go and I get the fantasy picks. I'm going to drag everything over once I signed in here onto the screen, and we are going to make our fantasy picks tonight on camera, on screen for our race tonight. So there's one, I think, obvious pick tonight that everybody seems to be making, and I'm going to go ahead and go with that pick, and that is this guy right here. He seems to be the one to beat, they're thinking, tonight. So we are going Ricky Springer here tonight's race. Now, with that being said, who else is good on the road course? That's a very good question to ask. So we got to be careful of this one. So as we look around, let's make sure, obviously, that I don't miss the race start here. As J.W. Miller's on the pole right now, by the way. We are going to go with, since we're taking Ricky, and you look up here, J.W. Miller's at the highest value, so he's almost untouchable right now because of the way that the money works out here. You got 4 picks to make, and you can only spend $525. All right, so we got to kind of get some value picks when this is all over with. How about Sean Peachin? I think we're going to go with him tonight. $91 there. That's a good value pick. And again, it's all about who can stay on track tonight and run all the laps. Let's go Brandon Trejembo. P2 right now in qualifying. I think he would be a good pick this evening. And as qualifying comes to an end, I'm just going to throw a third driver in there tonight. And we are going to go Drift. Jacob Gladulich will be the 4 drivers that we will go with tonight. And that should, there you go, all submitted. So there's my 4 drivers tonight for the race. So we will see how it all goes, and we'll check on the picks later on in the race. You can do the same thing. All you have to do is go to GreatLakesSimRacing.com and sign up for their fantasy league right now to be a part of it. So there you go. That is all set up for that. All right, let's go down to the grid as the starting lineup is all done for round number 6. We will put the starting lineup up across the screen. J.W. Miller going to be on the pole tonight. Of course, JW, the last winner in a road course race. He won the race at Detroit in Belle Isle last season. So JW Miller will win the pole for the race this evening. And for J.W. Miller, it's going to be his 4th career pole on the season, or on the series, I should say. So congratulations to him when it's all over with. We're going to get a shorter pace lap here around this track. But again, the starting lineup there going across the screen for this evening. You see Brandon Trejembo with a fast lap. Going to start P2. Now, a couple trucks did not get their fast lap in. One being Ricky Springer, going to be back here in 11th. He was P1 in practice. So Ricky is going to be one to beat this evening. Colton Zimmer up here in the 9th position. How about Blaine Sparling? He is actually running tonight the paint scheme that William Calhoun was going to run this evening. But obviously William not able to be here tonight. Again, Texas just blanketed with snow right now. As a matter of fact, there's a YouTube video out that if I didn't know I would get in trouble or not, I would actually play the video for you, showing somebody actually alpine skiing down turn 1 of COTA. That's how much snow they've gotten down in Texas right now because of that. So a lot of people without power and stuff in that area, hence why a lot of those drivers not here this evening. So So J.W. Miller looking to keep up the momentum, as we'll have the track map here for you as they come through the final sections of this 2-mile track. Now, the whole back part of the track, the east course, is not being touched this evening. That includes a back straightaway over there on that part of the track and so much more. That part of the track will be used by NASCAR later on this season. These guys electing to go with the smaller west portion of the track, which pretty much cuts the track in half. When it's all over with. So coming around the finals, this is actually turn 16, 17, 18, 19 of the track. And we will do 41 laps in race number 6 of 10 on this regular season schedule. Of course, this season has a chase involved. We'll talk about that a little bit as we go into the race here. But they will go through the final 2 left-hand corners and onto the front straightaway that will lead them up to turn 1, which is a blinding 180-degree corner, which is going to be very interesting when that time comes. Here we go. Pace car is in. J.W. Miller, Brandon Trujillo going to lead them to the green flag. And the Sith Talk Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas. We're truck racing on Captain TV. Up the hill into turn 1. You see this thing narrows down. They're 3, 4 wide. Beating, banging, everybody leaning on everybody back here. And now through the S section. Look at this section here. You literally got to be on your marks, and you do not want to hit what I like to call the thingamajiggies, but in real life they're called turtles. They're yellow things right there on the track. You do not want to hit the turtles. Through the shortcut part of the track that takes you back onto the main course. J.W. Miller with a pretty good lead so far. Ricky Springer already up to the 5th position after starting P11 in his field. You see side by side here with the 42 of Tanner Long inside of Colton Zimmer into the right-hander. A little bit of damage on that 19 already. Got to be very, very technical around this course. Ooh, almost leaning on each other. That cool kid in the 19 gets a little bit of a fender from the 21 of Sean Peachin. J.W. Miller coming through the final 3 corners here, 2 left-handers. As you see, very long lap around this track. Time around here was 1:40 in practice. So hearing talks already that when the Cup Series comes here later on this season, you're going to see lap times at around 2.5 minutes around this Circuit of the Americas. So J.W. Miller leads the first lap. Trujillo some 2 seconds back already. J.W.'s off and running. Picking up where he left off back at the Belle Isle track there in Detroit. And here comes Sean Peachin's going to dive into the inside. And turn 1 on Colton Zimmer's got some heavy damage on that 19 already. Truck starting this race, usually around 30, so we do have a good amount of people missing, as I mentioned this evening, unfortunately. Down what's going to be the back straightaway tonight, down into this corner. Of course, I'm going to warn you in advance, I don't have all the corners off the top of my head. But we'll do my best to call which corners we have. There's the 59 tonight. Blaine Sparling running the paint scheme that was going to be run by Calhoun tonight. Issues for Manberg. He's gone around over here in the Rogue number 2, Rogue Energy truck. So Ricky Springer is already up to the 2nd position after starting 11th. He is just blowing by people and going after J.W. Miller. Let's go back here and watch the pass for 2nd here with Springer. The Team Slinger number 51 truck. Oh, and that's why Trujillo had a little off-track excursion there. And Ricky is the man on the move, up 9 spots already. Some might call him the heavy favorite of this race tonight, and he is definitely showing it already. J.W. Miller a 40.45 that time by, and Springer a 40.03. No one else was within 2 seconds other than Tanner Long of that lap. That just shows you how fast these two trucks are. Down to first gear into this corner here. Going back to the throttle. The 17, 18, 19, 20 part of the track right here. Or actually 16, 17, 18, 19. 20 of the front. Those yellow things you're seeing, those are the turtles I'm talking about a little bit ago. Turn number one. You can hear the short shifting going on basically with the truck. That is all about keeping wheel spin around. Look at this fight back here. Here comes Sam Barnes, the 22 truck, going to make a move past the number 42 of Tanner Long. Zach Allman right there behind him. Sean Peachin, Colton Zimmer, all these guys 7th through 10th position. Do the shortcut here, which features a little chicane right here. A little left, right, downhill. And you see him almost three-wheeling it off this corner. The 9 truck already, Robert Johnson off the track after 2 laps. Unfortunate situation for him. At 21 catching some air off that turtle over there. That right-hander, Zach Allman, getting a little loose. Be careful with those tires, Zach. He's going to run up off his truck here in about a lap or so. Down into the final 2 left-handers here. Peachin trying to hold off the 19 right in front of him. Zach Allman trying to get to Tanner Long. There's the 59, Blaine Sparling, up to the 4th position already, right behind Justin Laxton, the teammate to Ricky Springer, who runs P3. ClashingSabers.net. Now that is the website for Sith Talk. If you do not know what Sith Talk is, they sponsored a race earlier this season, and basically what Sith Talk is a podcast. If you're someone who is a fan of the Force, and I'm talking about Star Wars, of course, the only Force that exists out there, basically, that is all you need to know about Sith Talk. They talk about, or Sith Talk, yeah. They talk about Star Wars stuff. They bring on actors, and they talk about anything Star Wars-wise. As you see Sam Barnes making a move to the inside of Trujembo there for 5th. But basically anything, the good, the bad, the ugly of the Star Wars galaxy and more, including the dark side, you can check out one of 5 shows on Clashing Sabers Network. Of course, Sammy B, Zach Chrisman, they take a closer look at all the good stuff of the Star Wars galaxy and more. So make sure you check out ClashingSabers.net or wherever you can find your podcast by searching Clashing Sabers. So they are the proud sponsor of this race this evening, so make sure you go and take a look at that. 5 laps in already. 19 viewers, I like it. Appreciate everybody watching this evening. If you do want to chat, I do have chat open right now. Of course, You can try to answer any questions you might have about one, the series, or two, just whatever you want to talk about. So J.W. Miller, 2-second lead right now over Ricky Springer. J.W. a very good road course driver. Look at these S's right here. Got to be so technical. Of course, the main section goes to the right. We're going to the left, thankfully. And into this chicane right here and back onto this portion of the track. And look at Ricky knock it down to a 2.5 seconds already. Let's go back to this fight here. This is 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th and 10th. All these trucks fighting it out. Did some adjustments while I had, somebody locking them up there. I believe that was the 42 of Tanner Long. Made some adjustments broadcasting-wise, if you haven't noticed on the screen. Did this, I had a lot of talk with viewers about the scoreboard on the left being a little too small. So I wanted to zoom it out a little bit and put some edits into it, some color. And that's one thing you're going to notice. The colors on the scoreboard are going to kind of roll with the league that I broadcast with. Basically when it's all over with. The Great Lakes Sim Racing League, they're big time when it comes to, you know, all the different colors and stuff. And talking to Sam Barnes, he felt teal was a good color, so you'll notice that the colors of the numbers on the screen are teal, basically, and stuff to kind of roll with the league. So some cool features we've done. Appreciate everybody's work with me on the stream to make this as good as possible. I'm all about the viewers and all about taking care of them. As Chris Evans makes a pass on Ben Pierce for the 12th position. He drifted in there, the 41 truck. Doing a good job there in that Chevrolet right now. Everybody keeping their trucks as clean as possible. Let's go back up here to this 3rd, 4th, and 5th battle, place battle. With Zach Allman, you see the nose damage on the 18 already. Zach right now 20 seconds back of the leader, J.W. Miller. Sections of the track here with 2 left-handers before he goes up the hill to turn 1. Baskin Robbins joining us this evening. That is Seth Robbins, who unfortunately not here tonight. Had a basketball game tonight. Hopefully he played well. Ricky Springer got it down to about 0.8 of a second. He is slowly matriculating on the 6. So let's talk about the playoffs here for a second. I showed you the points just a little bit ago. This is a 10-race regular season. And when it's all over with tonight, or not tonight, but 4 races from now, the top 10 in points will move on to the chase. This is the first season that the Great Lakes Sim Racing Series, the Black Horizon Truck Series, is putting this whole thing together. So after 10 races, the top 10 will reset their points and they will go racing for 3 races. At the end of 3 races, they will move on, the top 4, that is, they will move on to the championship race at Chicagoland Speedway and race for the championship. And of course, that will be coming up later on this season. As Chris Evans having some blinker fluid issues here. Canadian having a little bit of a hard time. But that is how it's going to work here later on this season. So we'll be keeping track of the top 10 in points and how that all works out here as we get closer into the championship run. Allman still continue to put pressure on Trujembo. Let's go up here to the lead. where JW pulling it back out to about a 1.2 second lead. So JW looks to be faster on the latter part of the track. And we got trouble back here. The Ford truck of Noah Mayari has parked it over here somewhere in the turn 12 area, it looks like 12 or 13. Noah involved in this one, and I believe Lucas Josephson also got some damage. Now, the only way there will be cautions tonight is if admins throw it. So let's see what happens here with Lucas Josephson. You see Noah way up ahead over there in the around turn 11 here, turn 12, I believe it is. Lucas just goes wide. Oh, and he spins it out. You see right here, the Ford truck has gone around up ahead. The Noah Mayari, the Homestead winner in season 1, has had an issue apparently. Looks like Drift has had issues at one point. Here's Noah's issues, it looks like. Noah just kind of sliding wide here, and this might be on the next lap. So Noah having all types of issues here, it appears. Or was that the same lap? Yeah, there's Lucas. So this is actually the same lap. AC Delco Chevrolet number 4. It's going to happen right here in this next corner. Goes in, oh, he hits that turtle. Sends him wide. Tries to bring it back and just overcorrects it. And noses it into the tire barrier. And then Lucas goes off right over there just near him. So a couple issues on track. Oh, and one truck around the 37. Jordan Watson, he spins it around over here. This is over near turn number 2 in the S's. Jordan a lap down over in the 30 or 23rd position for the 37, unfortunately for him. A little bit of a struggle on his part. A couple of trucks here battling out. Let's look at this. As here comes the 46 of Ben Pierce looking to the inside of the 98 of Evans. Oh, drives it into him almost. Alan Best has to go wide. There's a 7 behind him of Blake Howell. Those trucks all move on. That was kind of scary looking. Coach Robbins. Sun's starting to come out. I'm sure those in Texas right now wish that was the actual case. Good news is this weather, I think, is supposed to move out in the next couple days, and it's going to warm up really quickly. So that's, if anything, kind of positive deal here. Is Alan Best is going to do this the hard way to the outside in the 2 right-handed corner here. Yeah, I was going to say, that's kind of hard to do. If he could have held the outside, he could have the inside here. And he does actually make the pass on Pierce. A nice pass by Allen. Here, Blaine Sparling. He's got a fight now with Tanner Long. Noah Mayari on pit road. Also, Robert Johnson, he's still on pit road. Been there for about 8 laps or so. So not sure what's going on with the Johnson truck. So when this track was built, it was originally built for Formula One cars. Of course, they ran here and still do. As far as I know, I don't think anything's changed on the schedule. But Formula One races here. And then the World Endurance Championship came here and raced. As Sparling gets out of shape, here comes Tanner Long to the inside of the right-hander here. And then the IMSA cars came here and started racing. Then IndyCar came here for a couple years. And now NASCAR's coming here. So obviously this track opening up to all different diverse racing. And the big question this year is going to be, will NASCAR be able to run here? Because a lot of people think that this track is not built for a stock car. And tonight's a little bit of a sample of what we're going to see when this track gets here. The difference is they'll be running the whole entire track, not the west end like we are here. Of course, I still find it weird when NASCAR is running tracks outside of Watkins Glen and Sonoma. I'm used to seeing those two tracks and stuff, and when you see these other ones on camera like Road America and stuff, I find it weird. I don't know if it's just a tradition in me or what. Not saying I don't like it or anything, it's just weird. Oh, one truck to 40 has gone around over here. Tyler Brewer. This is looking for Tyler. Turn 1, where he has spun around at. Tyler trying to let some of these leaders go on by. Oh, by the way, we got a new leader. Unfortunately, I missed it watching all the battles out here. Ricky Springer has gone by J.W. Miller and is driven away to a lead of 3.5 seconds. I will take you back. I'm a one-man show, so unfortunately I don't sometimes catch all the passes. Just give me a second here, and I will get you the pass for the lead that happened. As you can see, some of the league members thought that Ricky was going to be the class of the field tonight. I'm just trying to find what lap it happened on. Going through the shortcut, as I'm calling it, onto the other half of the main course. Ricky obviously showing his talent. Started back in 11th and up to the lead now in this race. Hello, Ricky's dad, Rusty. Appreciate you watching, sir. Hopefully you subscribe, and I'm sure you're proud of your son doing some great things out here, not only on track, but him and I actually had a little bit of a conversation before the race started. I haven't really got a chance to know him a little bit, and oh, there's the pass. It was in a different color. That's why I couldn't find it. Here it is. Oh, JW goes wide and spins it out. That's probably the easiest way to pass somebody for the lead. JW just makes a mistake, unfortunately. Let's watch it again here. It looks like just coming out of the S's. And that final corner of the S into the left-hander here. Down into the shortcut area here at the chicane. Yeah, I think he qualified 11th. I don't know if there was a mistake made. I know there was a mistake made with the time of qualifying. But I'm not sure if he didn't get a lap in or something. He wheel hops it there, JW does. That gives Ricky the run into the right-hander here, and I think this is when he goes around. Yep, he sure does. Loses the back end, swaps ends. But JW's probably kicking himself for that one. Springer pulling away here. But Ricky actually he's in college right now, a college student. I asked him what his field was. He explained it to me, but if you asked me right now what that field was, I couldn't tell you because it was so long. I'm like, what? Never heard of it before. Hey, here's the Black Horizon truck, Deputy Barnes. Sam running in the 9th position right now, about a second or so off of Colton Zimmer for 8th. Got a little bit of damage on that truck. Of course, talked about it earlier, Sith Talk. If you're a fan of Star Wars, he is one of 2 hosts. William Calhoun, the other host of the show. But Sam, of course, sponsored by Black Horizon Brewery, the sponsor of the series. Let's ride with Deputy Barnes here for a second. Well, yes, he goes to UNOH, but I'm not sure the what he's studying. Mr. Springer, maybe if you can help me on that one, but I know it's some long title thing. Oh, hold on, Sam. A little bit of wheel spin there. These tires are definitely getting worn. You can see how he's in a higher gear just to keep the wheels from spinning, but yet the wheels are still spinning. But Ricky does a great job also over broadcasting over at Podium Esports. Ricky does a lot of stuff either behind the scenes or on air. So if you get a chance to check out Ricky over there on Podium Esports. I'm not afraid to give people shout outs on other channels. We're all in this having fun together. There's the 51. Springer reminds me of another 51 that runs a truck sometimes. Kyle Busch. All right, so I'm going to be quiet for a second. Let's watch a lap, and we'll put the speedometer up here. Let's take a lap around Circuit of the Americas with Ricky Springer, who's definitely showing he is the class of the field right now. Let's enjoy this lap here and watch how he runs here. And right on cue, Ricky comes to pit road. So the first pit stops of the race at lap number 16. So remember, they only have 65% fuel in these trucks. So Ricky's going to bring her to pit road right now, 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. And that'll hand the lead over to J.W. Miller. Let's watch this pit stop, and I'll show you a couple things that I've highlighted during just that one lap. Look how small these pit stalls are, by the way. Right side tires are on. Now, you might hear the sounder in the background when a truck comes to pit road. A lot of trucks coming in right now. That is a sounder that happens on international circuits. Basically, when somebody comes to pit road, it's more of an alert type of thing, saying, people, get out of the way. There's actual vehicles on pit road. But Ricky, good stop on his end, 14.25 as he pulls away. So let's go back here real quickly. We had a pass for position here. Sam Barnes getting around the 19 of Colton Zimmer. Colton just kind of moving over, and Sam just drives right on by. But then just a few minutes later, this happens. think that's what Ricky said he was doing, automotive and high performance, but then I see Mr. Springer's putting tech engineering. Oh, now you see Sam just loop-de-loos over in turn number 1 and allows Colton to go on by. So there you go. Well, those following events all took place and a couple other things. But let's go back to the front as we watch J.W. Miller as you see Barnes leaving pit road. And J.W. Miller to pit road. There's that sounder, if you can hear it. It's very faint on my screen. Miller bringing that Mountain Dew truck to pit road. Of course, I mentioned JW, the winner of the last road course race that was run in the series. Of course, they run one each season. That was at Belle Isle last season. Season 1, William Calhoun winning at Watkins Glen. Well, those are the 2 road races so far this year. And now caution is out. This is the halfway lap, I believe. So look at this. Trucks come to pit road, and this is where they try to jump each other, and there goes Springer by. So he's going to be the leader as caution comes out with 24 laps to go. And Zach Allman stopped over in turn number 1. He spun around, I think, or something. But I believe this is the halfway yellow coming out. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, thank you, John. I didn't even realize that. Watkins Glen. I believe that's a chase race, too. I totally blanked on that. They are running Watkins Glen again this season. So caution comes out in the perfect situation here for these leaders who pitted. Those who have not pitted, Zach Allman, Trejembo, Sean Peachin, Chris Evans, Alan Best, Ben Pierce, those guys all going to have to pit here, and they're going to lose track position. Yeah, that's what I thought. So all these guys will get behind the old Porsche 911 pace car, or some like to call it the safety car. I am getting confirmation from the admin that this is a competition caution. So caution out here, lap 17. I just wanted to make sure I was on the right page with everybody there. This has actually become a popular way, in my opinion at least, a way I actually have enjoyed road racing and iRacing, because this is basically, it kind of brings everybody back together, because a road race on iRacing, there's no cautions. It's local cautions unless somebody throws a caution like in this situation. You know, I've done it in the league that I help run on Saturdays. We did it for a road race earlier this season, and we actually had a fantastic finish in the end from it. So it's one that I enjoy, and that's having a competition caution come out at a certain lap. If it's a halfway lap or a lap near halfway and stuff, you get everybody back on the same sequence and kind of get them a restart if they're on the same lap, as the 2 truck for some reason has stopped over in the turn 19 section of the track. Amberg sitting down there, probably waiting on somebody to pit, I'm guessing. But it kind of brings the field back together and allows them to kind of race and almost forgive them of any kind of mistake. If they stayed on the lead lap, they got a shot. So JW Miller letting trucks go by here. Not sure the situation here. Wonder if it's because he was just coming off a pit road maybe when the caution came out, probably. But all these trucks that are going ahead of him are going to be coming to pit road, including Ricky Springer's coming back to pit road. So the leader probably going to top off the tank. There's that sounder, if you could hear it very faintly in the background. So all but Laxton and Sparling and JW Miller coming to pit road. And that's exactly what he did. Springer just fuel only, and he is out of the pits. That hands the lead to his teammate, Justin Laxton. Appreciate the 22 viewers watching here this evening. Tomorrow night we'll have more short track racing for you with the Short Track Super League. The Southeastern Series Super Late Model is going to be racing tomorrow night at Langley, one of the coolest short tracks on iRacing, and then the Tour Mods at Richmond Raceway. So 2 nights of short track, or 2 races of short track style. You can come watch us tomorrow night as we'll be on the air at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Friday night, the finale of the Misfit Media Truck Series with the Blown Piston Racing League. We'll crown a champion at Texas Motor Speedway Friday night, so make sure you join us at 8:45 for that one. Saturday night, the night that I am waiting for, the Captain TV Invitational Daytona 500. You'll see some drivers from this series, some drivers from USRC, some drivers from the Short Track Super League. Might even see a couple appearances from the IndyCar series you're broadcast for on Monday nights, all coming together and running Daytona 500, 200 laps Saturday night. The fun will all start at around 8:30 with practice. We'll have 2 dual races of 20 laps, and then the 500 miler right afterwards. Should be a fun Saturday night of racing, and then Sunday night we'll come back Texas Motor Speedway for the JM Transport Clash Series for the Blown Piston Racing League. So a lot of broadcasting coming up the next couple nights. If you haven't hit subscribe, do so. We like to have a good time here on Captain TV, and hopefully you do too. So Justin Laxton pitted at lap 16. All these trucks are going to have to pit one more time to make it to the finish. You saw a few of those trucks pitting at lap 16. So you will see one more green flag pit stop sometime in this race. I'm assuming they'll split this in half, maybe go 11 laps apiece and get to the finish. Should see 1 to go this time by as they do cross the line, 1 to go. Be a double file restart, and they'll go back up the hill to turn 1. And no trucks coming to pit road here. Get a minute here. Let's show the point standings once again. This is how they entered the race tonight. Ricky Springer leading JW Miller by 55 points. Justin Laxton there in 3rd. Christopher Dean, who's not here tonight, 4th. Colton Zimmer 5th. He'll move up to 4th after tonight. William Calhoun's not here tonight, so he'll likely fall a few spots here. William Martin, Zach Allman, and Brandon Trajembo likely to jump Calhoun there in the 6th position in points after tonight. Now, I'm pretty sure likely when it's over with, there will be provisionals or something given to those drivers, especially the ones affected by the weather. in Texas, and of course all across the Midwest, all the way from Illinois down to Texas and so on and so forth, being affected by the snow and ice and stuff like that. Obviously thinking about all those, and hopefully everybody's doing okay. Just rough to see when you hear about power outages and stuff happening in this kind of weather. It's I mean, I've been in power outages after a hurricane. That can be unbearable with the hotness, so I can only imagine with cold weather what it's like to not have power trying to stay warm. All right, Porsche pace car going to pull off, and we will go back racing for 20 laps. Laxton, Sparling, and Barnes, your top three, and then Ricky Springer, who came back to pit road under this caution. Colton Zimmer, Zach Allman, Sean Peachin, Brandon Trujempo, Alan Best, and Chris Evans, your top 10. As pace car will pull off here to the left, and we will go back racing into turn number 20. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I know it's not the funnest being by myself, but I do whatever I can to be entertaining and just call the race like I should. Here we go, green flag back out. Colton Zimmer jumps right to the bottom and almost goes for a block on Allman, and they make contact here. The two teenagers, a little argy-bargy, as they say on the road courses. Allman drives it in there deep. We got a wreck here. Ikabachi, the 33 of Robert Lukens. These guys, a little contact. Cooler heads prevail as they go through the S's of turn 2, 3, 4, and 5. J.W. Miller trapped all the way back into 13th position. He's almost got to do a Rusty Springer impersonation here. And the 59 off the pace. He's going to fall all the way back to third as Ricky Springer already back to the lead. Back past his teammate in the 53. Deputy Barnes up to the third position here. Colton Zimmer now up to fourth. Oh, look out there, that 53 getting a little loose of Laxton. Here comes Barnes. He's going to try and put pressure on him. Down to turn number 20. Springer already driving away. He's got places to go and people to see, as they like to say. As Zach Allman to the inside of Sean Peachin here. Oh, they're 3 wide as Evans makes a move. They got to go 4 wide. Look at Tanner Long with a nice move. Try to get 3 for 1 into turn 1. Nope, not able to do it. So Sean drove wide and is going to lose 3 spots. It's Zach trying to make the move on Sean, unable to make the pass. Alan Best all over the back of that Interstate Batteries, number 18. The home track of that sponsor, I believe Interstate Batteries, based out of, I want to say Corpus Christi. I could be wrong by that, but I know they're out of Texas. J.W. Miller's actually lost 2 spots, back to 14th right now. Midwest driver out of Minnesota, the land of 1,000 lakes. 10,000 lakes, I don't remember the slogan off the top of my head. Gonna go by Blake Howell for position. Here comes Drift into the picture. Haven't said his name much tonight. Is Alan Best gonna go to the inside of Allman? I wonder if these couple laps of tires have made the difference. comes Blaine Sparling back up on the back of the 19. Look at the heavy damage on that truck. Laps to go. Lap times around the 142 mark right now. '37 truck in trouble over here. Jordan Watson, he's not having the best of nights in that 37, just trying to get out here and run laps. Back up here in the front, there's Justin Laxton following his teammate here. I almost wonder if Ricky is kind of backing up and Sparling off to, I wonder if he's getting a shortcut here. And maybe it's happened twice now, and that's why he's falling over here to the left, just to give these guys the position because of the fact that he's getting a slowdown. Let's go back here. I want to see this. Oh, actually, hang on a second. William Martin has had some issues over here, the Bulldog himself. It's not showing anything on my highlights here. But I wonder if Ricky is backing up to Laxton, maybe saving fuel a little bit or something, or maybe even saving his tires. But yeah, Laxton is cutting into the lead here a little bit. Now, the one thing I didn't get to share with you earlier that I was watching that lap with Springer that we rode with him on earlier. The one thing I took out of that lap is, one, the short shifting that you're seeing these trucks do. But two, notice how he's not in high gear much. Or not high gear, but first gear. He's keeping his revs low through the corners so that it keeps the wheels from spinning. And that's something that, you know, especially if you're one who's running Daytona this weekend in the NIS or something like that, you'll be able to take that to Daytona and learn when you're coming out of like the International Horseshoe or the regular Horseshoe, the West Horseshoe, excuse me, to stay in a lower gear but then short shift because it'll keep your wheels from spinning, especially firing off the corners. Look at this heebie-jeeb of a mess. This is 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. All these guys right here. Oh, well, here goes the 19 going wide as Zimmer is going to allow Trajembo to come up. Here comes Evans, Tanner Long. All these guys going to be side by side. Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you there, Chachi. I think it is going to be good. It's different, and that's what people have got to adjust to, I think, is the fact that this is different. You're not going to see Watkins Glen. You're not going to see Sonoma. You're not going to, every race, every road course has its own different stuff. And, you know, the immediate people, including myself, we say, oh, Evans drives it on Zimmer there. That, you know, you think because it's something different that it's not going to look good. Back here, oh, getting a little dicey with Sean, or in front of Sean Peach in here. Blaine Sparling to 59. J.W. Miller coming into the picture. J.W.'s up to 8th now. He's getting his truck going now. Colton Zimmer, Tanner all through the S's. Do not go side by side through the S's. Taking a look from the blimp up here. You see the leaders over here to the bottom of the screen, and then here come these guys. Oh, 59 getting loose. Trying to hold on there. over near the amphitheater, which is right there, top of the screen. Hosting concerts and stuff over in that area. I mean, plenty of things to do at this track, including, as I talked about a little bit ago, with I just lost my train of thought. So many things to do on this track, including alpine skiing, as I was here, I think I could show you. I won't be able to show you the video, but I can at least bring it to the screen real quickly and let you see this. But Sam brought this to my attention. Let's see if I can drag. I'm going to drag my Discord over. But this is Circuit of the Americas right here, and this is actually somebody skiing down the turn 1 front stretch. Basically, from when you go down the hill to the front straightaway there off of turn 1, actually downhill skiing on that portion of the track. That's today. And here we are in a sim running on the course. I appreciate that, Chachi. Glad, not tonight, it looks like. Glad that you were able to check it out, man. I'm glad I was able to help you out as it continues on here. Jembo trying to hold off Chris Evans. Oh, now we got the older brother of Ricky watching. First dad, now older brother. Like it. All right, so we got Rusty, we got Russ, we got Ricky. Do we have a Randy? Curious minds, is J.W. Miller going to dive it in here on Evans? J.W. starting to make his comeback trail. So we got a Randy. Do we have a Rocky? Do we have a let's see what other R names do we have out there? Just having a little fun with it. We got a pass for second, by the way, a few laps back. Sam Barnes has made his way past Laxton. This just happened a second ago. Let's check it out. Up the front straightaway here, where I was just talking about the alpine skiing happening. So Sam Barnes, the deputy, making a pass. So there's the leaders now, your top 3. So I definitely think Ricky might be backing up to the 22 truck, maybe saving his tires here for this longer part of the run. I wonder if he's wanting to do maybe some kind of fuel-only strategy. Maybe this is what the thing is behind it. Maybe he's thinking about splitting this run in half, getting fuel only here at lap, maybe 11 laps to go, and going to the finish. I could be wrong, as the song says, but I may be right. Let's go back here to this mess of trucks that's going on. JW's gone through them all pretty much. He is up to the 4th position now. JW running laps 2 seconds faster than Springer right now, but I believe he is probably burning through his tires. And now we have Stephanie Schwartz watching, which leads me to say, may the Schwartz be with you. If you've never seen Spaceballs, you'll not know what that means. But appreciate everybody watching tonight. Russ, congratulations on your oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about yourself being on a baseball scholarship. Up as Trijembo goes around. And did Chris Evans go around with him? He went off track. Everybody had to kind of scatter. Spread the field out just a little bit. But for those just joining us, you're watching the GLSR Black Horizon Truck Series and the Sith Talk Grand Prix of Circuit of the Americas. Appreciate you watching tonight. And if you're a fan of Star Wars, you'll definitely be a fan of what Sith Talk is. And if you do not know what it is, it's one of 5 shows on the Clashing Sabers Network. Host Sammy B and Zach Chrisman take a closer look from the dark side, digging into the good, the bad, the ugly of Star Wars Galaxy, from the deep dives into lore, the scenarios, reviews of latest shows, books, comics, and so much more. Make sure you check out ClashingSabers.net or whatever you find podcasts. by searching Clashing Sabers. Oh, well, there you go. I'm glad I made you laugh on that. I can just see it already. Excuse me? What'd you just say? This continues to be the best fight on the track. These 5 trucks, 6 trucks here, with Evans and Sparling and Tanner Long, and Zach Allman, and Blake Howe, and Sean Peachin. That's 7 trucks right here. As Colton under attack from Evans. Oh, Chris Evans wheel hops it a little bit. Colton wheel hops it. Spread him out a little bit more. Travis Icavacci, unfortunately, out of the race in the 20th position. I just realized that 13 truck has been retired tonight. Also, Noah Miari and Tyler Brewer off the track. So Springer, once again, just kind of sitting back here. I think this is intentional on his part of staying back here and kind of running at a pace. As J.W. Miller is up to third now. He's gone past Laxton. He has knocked off 3. Miller ran a 41.22 last time by. So he is running laps that I have not seen since we went back to racing here. So J.W. is going pretty hard here. And I wonder if Springer's luring them in. I may be wrong. Again, I say that. And I will humbly say I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure there's a reason Ricky's doing this. But Ricky going for his 5th win in a row. Broke the record last week of 4 wins in a row. The only race he didn't win was the wild card Daytona race at the beginning of the season. And that's only because he finished 2nd in that race. All right, somehow the accordion has come back together. Yes, when JW is angry, he drives like a maniac. He's trying to be interesting. You wonder if somebody's maybe paid him off and say, dude, if you slow down a couple of seconds, I'll give you like $10. I'm with Allman here. Oh, that's not how you do it. He pulled the e-brake and slides it around that corner. And oh, that gets tagged. Somebody clobbered him, and I think Blake Howe did. Oh, and he gets hit again by drift. And Colton Zimmer back here, he had some issues a second ago. So Colton has fallen way back now. Sean Peachin has had issues. Playing a game of who doesn't want a top 5 finish. All right, so Springer's taking off now. He ran a 41.3 last time by and was the fastest truck in the race. As we come up to 10 laps to go. Nothing new there. Seth. As you see Blake Howe in that 7 truck having a good run in the 8th position there. Gets passed by Trujembo. Like this accordion, they can't get away from each other. Got the top 4, they're all gone, and then you got these other trucks within about 6 seconds of each other now. take a minute here and let's, yeah, something like that, right? Take a second. Let me go check out my fantasy team tonight and see how they're doing in the league. Of course, you can go to Great Lakes simracing.com. Check out the schedule that's out there. You got records of the league, tracks and stuff like that. Point standings for the teams. Oh, by the way, and fantasy racing. My picks tonight were Brandon Trujembo, Sean Peachin, Ricky Springer, and Drift. My guys right now are running first. To do 7th, 9th, and 11th. It's not bad. You can do all that at GreatLakesSimRacing.com. 9 laps to go. Ricky Springer. Now, all these trucks do need to come to pit road for one more pit stop. And there is second place now. J.W. Miller has gone by Sam Barnes. So all the way from 14th on the restart to second. Now, I will say he didn't do it nowhere near as quick as Ricky did. But still, very impressive to, yes, there is a fantasy league for this. It's the only league I know of on iRacing that has a fantasy league involved. Which is very impressive, by the way. You get 4 drivers and $525 to spend on them. Let's go back and watch the pass for second here real quickly. It comes down to the shortcut chicane. Down the back straightaway, and Sam just lets him go. Springer has pulled away now to a 5.4 second lead. Let me do this for you. Go to this website right here. I'll make sure. Go to that website right there. As pit stop starting, Sean Peach and Colton Zimmer to pit road. I'll make sure that for the future I have the website of the league on the YouTube page also. That's on me. But I should say on the NASCAR side, I also have a fantasy league there too. You want to be a part of it, let me know. I can get you guys hooked up on that. Bunch of league members. Fuel only here for Peachin. Zach Allman to pit road. I think Colton's taking tires. Yep, Colton left side tires going on, so he'll take tires. And he pulls away. Zach Allman on pit road getting damage fixed, probably needs some tires, and there he goes. And here comes Ricky through the final portion of the track here. Around the amphitheater, down to turn 19 and 20. We'll see if he comes to pit road. And Ricky going to stay out another lap. J.W. Miller going to stay out another lap. Let's see lap times here. Springer 42.49. J.W. 42.93, so just a little bit slower than Springer. Not much. It's close. Sam Barnes still in that third position, doing a great job this evening. This might be actually a career best run for Sam. Justin Laxton up in fourth. If Justin finishes third tonight, he might get up there with Martin Truex Jr.'s third place run he went on last season in NASCAR. Chris Evans on pit road. Here comes the 98 truck. Canadian driver doing a great job this evening. He has gained, last I checked, 15 positions, I believe. Fuel only for the 98, and he pulls away. check back here. Alan Best going to try to get past Ben Pierce, the third team Slinger driver, for the 11th position there, as Ben starts to pull away here. Oh, thank you, Natalie. Appreciate that. I didn't realize that. More research, Chris. You got to do more research. But Sam finished third at Belle Isle last season, so it'll be a second straight top 5 on a road course. And Natalie, the sexy black Horizon truck. Gotta add the adjective to it. So last time by, J.W. Miller ran a little bit faster than Ricky again. Only 7/10 faster, which is still a little something. So again, what were the turtles that 51 goes? Or as I like to call it, the thingamajigs. There's JW coming out of the shortcut here down the back straightaway. Lead at 4.8 seconds now. And the other question I have here is Ricky saving fuel maybe to get to the finish? I mean, I'd be impressed if these guys can go 20-something laps on a tank of fuel. I mean, we're green at what, 20 to go? And Ricky's going to stay out another lap here. That's the only bad part about being a one-man show is I don't have that information when it comes to fuel mileage and stuff like that. But what are your thoughts of the race, guys? Fans, talk about it a little bit. What do you guys think? I mean, we're going to see NASCAR at this track later this season. This is the first time I've had a chance to see this. I have to say, there's a lot of slow portions on the track. But I don't know. I'm curious to see the racing out here on this track. I just worry about all the slow portions. That's where I'm at with this. So, according to Travis or Natalie, I'm not sure who that is running the chat, Ricky and JW have been conservative, so they should make it to the end. So, if that's the case, more power to him. But JW's got it down to 2.8 seconds now. We'll have to see who can and who can't make it on fuel then. Now, Ricky pitted at lap 19. As a matter of fact, let's pull up the strategy on the screen here. This is the runs they've had so far. Ricky pitted at lap 16 and then back at lap 19 when the caution came out and has gone 17 laps. JW Miller's gone 19 already. Oh, JW Miller on pit road. So that answers some questions right there. JW to pit road. We'll have to see what he does here. Now, the Delta on pit road, I'm not sure of either, but if it's anywhere I'm thinking it's at, you're going to see JW probably come out somewhere around the 6th position. Here comes Barnes to pit road. Trajembo to pit road. All these guys pitted at lap 16. So this is going to be close. Well, it's not just the Cup cars going there. The trucks are going to be there. The Xfinity cars are going to be there. All right, so JW's out already. Fuel only for him. And he came out P4. Sam Barnes going to come out in the 9th position here, fuel only. Shirzembo, when is he coming out? He's taking tires and fuel. He'll come out P10, it looks like. So Ricky Springer going to be coming to 3 laps to go. Tanner Long up to the 2nd position. Tanner also pitted at lap 19. And Sam speeding into pits, I'm being told. Oh, Deputy Barnes gets a ticket for speeding. Look at it. You hear the short shifting. Look at the revs. This tells you the short shifting. Watch how Ricky's shifting here. Shutting off the engine, rolling up the hill. Down into turn 1, probably the 1st, maybe 2nd gear. Listen to the shifting. He is shifting at like 3,000 RPM. That is the ultimate saving fuel method right there. It is going to be close for the 51. Laxton on pit road. Sounds like me last night running my truck race. If you were watching on the stream, you could hear me. I was shutting the engine off a ton. I mean, he's barely running the engine at all. He's got 17 seconds on Tanner Long. J.W. Miller's 20 seconds back. I mean, he's literally barely driving this thing. I mean, it's totally worth him because, I mean, he's got 4 wins. He's in the point lead. This is very intriguing. He has a pretty cool looking truck, I gotta say. He's coming up 2 laps to go here. And Tanner Long stays out. Here comes J.W. Miller. Now this is the race for the win, I guess, when you look at it here. If Springer's going to make it, here comes Miller. Miller's got it down to 13 seconds. He's 2.5 back from Tanner as he tries to catch the 42. Well, it hasn't been necessarily a clinic every week, but he's won every week. I mean, Springer definitely didn't put a clinic on at Lernerville. You know, if he was putting on a clinic, he'd be lapping the field every week. He's not doing that. I mean, he's definitely been the best truck every week. Drift on pit road back in 8th position. Lead down to 7.7 seconds here. Now Barnes did serve his penalty. It's understood, Robert, understood. Barnes ended up coming out 17th, a lap down after his speeding penalty on pit road, so he's going to be slapping himself afterwards. All right, final lap. Springer looking for his 5th straight win. And an average finish of 1 point something low. J.W. Miller trying to get to the back bumper of Tanner Long. There he is. He's there. Oh, he hits that turtle. Oh, that thing made him all types of loose. All right, through the final section of the track here. Ricky's still running it very slowly. He's got 8 seconds. Through the amphitheater. Over here, turn 19 and turn 20. Still got 7 seconds to give if he needs to. It took him all of 2 laps to get to the lead earlier tonight after starting 11th. And as the song said back in the day, he's got 5 on it. 5 wins in a row. Ricky Springer wins at Circuit of the Americas and scores the Sith Talk Grand Prix. The battle for second. Tanner Long is going to get it. JW third. And how about this run? Lucas Josephson. He spun out earlier. And he's going to go from spinning out to gain 15 spots. And finishes 4th. Blaine Sparling going to bring the William Calhoun paint scheme, the 59, up to the 5th position. Laxton going to get 6th. And one truck is nearly stopped. Is that Blake Howell out of gas? Oh, boy. Jerjembo goes by and finishes 7th. Pierce 8th. Sean Peachin 9th. And you got these trucks running out of fuel or stopping over here. But Springer celebrating. Does he have enough to do donuts? We'll see. He might want to just pull off and do some Zanardi donuts or something. He's saving fuel to get back over to do the donuts. All right, so we'll let these guys celebrate real quickly. And actually, no, he's coming to the start-finish line. We'll go ahead and stay here and let him celebrate with some donuts. Because everybody loves donuts, right? Uh-oh. Oh, he's going to help. Look at this. Classy move right here. And apparently his truck's got pause traction. Blake, put your truck in neutral. Put the truck in neutral. Well, I guess he could do burnouts here and just, there we go. You know, a little force. So Blake's going to finish 15th. I was going to say, maybe you do some burnouts with the... Oh, no, hit the wall. There you go. He almost pulled a biffle. Sam, I feel for you, brother. Good effort, though, man. All right, so we will let the screen roll up there at the top of how they finished tonight. And what I mean by pull a biffle, if you go back and watch, I forget what year it was, Dover, Biffle wins the race and does donuts on the front stretch and hits the wall. So I've always joked around and called it pulling a biffle. So congrats to Tanner Long finishing second, a career best for him. J.W. Miller finishing third, breaking the Justin Laxton third place streak. I think Ricky ran out of gas, so he is literally going backwards to pit road. All right, let's get the drivers up here and he's so talented he can actually drive backwards on pit road and get to his pit stall and nail it perfectly. And we will talk to Ricky. Get everything set up here so that there's no issues, because as you know, I'm really good at this part of messing up the interviews. Oh, the chat's already going after Ricky. They're giving him the whole, the bow and everything. Oh, this is good stuff right here. As Ricky Springer joins us here in Victory Lane. Tonight, Ricky, a lot of people said before the race you were the man to beat tonight. You only go out there and start 11th and slack off to only like 5th after lap 1, but then took the lead on lap 2, and then you went out there and had the truck shut off for about half the lap when it was all over with saving fuel, and you come around and get the 5th straight win and show that you are the man to beat in this series. Congratulations, Ricky, and talk about it, because I know it wasn't easy.
Yeah, this was a difficult race. Not like last week where it was side by side battling and just hard close racing. This was a fuel mileage race from start to finish. Making it to the pit stop was difficult. That's why we came in a lap early. And then, like you said, more than half the lap I had the truck shut off there on that last run. And I mean, I had enough gas to do 1 or 2 donuts, and then it shut off on me. So I was able to push Blake Howell to the start-finish line. He ran out of gas, so I had enough gas to do that as well. But that was really close, just a fuel mileage standpoint, not necessarily being side by side.
All right, so let's put the fan hat on here for a second. Of course, NASCAR's coming here later on this season, and we ran half the track here tonight. They're going to run the whole circuit, it looks like. What do you think? I mean, is it going to be possible? Are we going to see good racing out of those cars and those trucks that weekend?
I mean, I think so. I'm a huge road course fan. Road course racing is my bread and butter. That's what I love to do. So coming to the road course here was great for me, and I can only imagine how great the racing is going to be in real life with NASCAR and them coming here. I mean, it's such a great track with Formula One, and it's world renowned as one of the best road courses in the United States. So, I'm excited to kind of see where that takes NASCAR.
Yeah, I think it's going to bring it to a new level, especially with the new generation of fans that are watching and that kind of thing. But you did a great job this evening. Talk about Turn 1. You obviously were right there mid-pack as they were 3 and 4 wide going into Turn 1 there. Talk about that adventure.
I ended up missing qualifying. I didn't get a qualifying time down. I was about 50 feet from the line when the session ended, so I couldn't quite make a time. So starting at 11th was a little rough there, but, flying off into Turn 1, I knew that I had to gain a couple of spots because JW was as fast as always, and I had to be up there with him in the first 5 laps before my tires fell off. So, we shot to the bottom, and I drove it off in there, and fortunately for me, it was in harder than everybody else, and the thing actually stuck on the bottom. And, it was crazy there, but once we got out of Turn 1, everything seemed to kind of mellow out.
Well, your family happened to watch tonight, and I've learned a couple things about you. 1, you're a good baseball player. You got a baseball scholarship. And 2, apparently your nickname's Ticky. What's that all about?
Yeah, Ticky Slinger. That's it's kind of an alias. It's a racing deal. Me and my friends kind of came up with it a long time ago. That's where the team name Team Slinger comes from, is the Ticky Slinger stuff. So it's just a little fun kind of little alias thing that I mess around with every once in a while and kind of smack it on stuff here and there.
So we'll call it the second personality of yours. So when you wreck, it's Ticky Slinger wrecking, not Ricky.
Yeah,
Slinger.
it's Ticky Slinger's fault that time.
well done. Congrats on your win tonight. We'll go back to oval racing next week, but send shout outs wherever you'd like, bud.
Yeah, I just want to thank Podium Esports first and foremost for being on the truck. We had a new truck this week, American scheme,
Nice
got the
truck.
American flags all over it, and red, white, and blue. So happy that I was able to do that with them. Of course, I want to thank my team, Justin and Ben. They did a great job today, as always, talking about strategy. It's really a team effort between everybody. I want to thank the University of Northwestern Ohio for being on the truck as well, and my family for watching.
There you go. Well, great job tonight, and real quickly, next time you're on the air on podium.
Actually, not quite sure. We do have some stuff in the works, though.
TBD.
So as soon as I am able to let you know, I will update you on that.
I figured throw you a little shout out just in case. Well, check them out. I know Monday nights, of course, they do a lot of racing over there, Podium Esports. So check them out. Doing a great job there, Ricky. Great job tonight, and go get some rest on those arms this evening, and we will see you next week, sir.
Will do. Thank you.
Absolutely. Ricky Springer joining us, sir. Ticky Slinger, as we've now learned. I can think of other ways to use that name, but I don't know if it's adult appropriate this evening, so we're going to go on from there. But great job on Ricky's part on the victory this evening. And we will now talk to other drivers. Tanner Long, this man has got to be probably the happiest man in the state of Texas right now. Tanner Long joins us this evening. Tanner, congratulations. I believe a career best finish for you in this series. Talk about that second place finish. I know you have got to be thrilled.
I really appreciate it, man. I was a crazy race. I put a lot of practice in, and I knew I had to compete with these guys, especially some of these road course ringers. And it was, a crazy race. Obviously, fuel strategy paid dividends for me. I was running about 75%. Gas the last 10 laps, but I knew that I had JW and a few guys behind me, so just tried to keep the pedal down as much as I could and coast to the other times. But honestly, it's been it's only been 5 or 6 races, but it's been a long season for me. I feel like I've finished worse than I should have in every single race, so just kind of beaten down by results. So this was a good one. Hey, there's no catching Ricky, but I'm happy to play second fiddle tonight.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with that, and sometimes it takes that one good finish to kind of, as they say, get the monkey off your back, and that type of thing, and you go out there tonight and you do that this evening. Talk about the strategy behind it to get that finish, because you were running right there about, I wouldn't say mid-pack, but more towards the front, 5th to 10th in that range, it seemed like, throughout the night. Had a couple of issues, which everybody did, but talk about your strategy. It got you to second.
Yeah, no, you nailed it. So I started. My qualifying was nullified because I went off track first lap and didn't have time for a second. So I started in the craziness and worked my way into the top 5. And then, like most people, I pitted before the competition caution. But I knew I honestly had no clue how long we would pace. So I knew that if I could pit on lap 19 or 20. That would get me to the end. Lap 19, I would have to conserve fuel. And lap 20, I'd be clear to keep the pedal down. So it worked out where I could pit a second time on lap 19, and that put me back in 12th or 13th. But from that point on, it was pretty straightforward. I just knew I needed to keep the pedal down to pass most of the guys, and then the last 10 laps conserve. So it worked out really well.
Tanner, great job, man. Happy for you. Proud of you for that second place run on your part in that 42 truck. Send shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
I appreciate it, Scarlett. Yeah, a huge shout out to Fishlight Rod Holders. I couldn't do it without them. They've been backing me this season, and it's an expensive hobby, so I really appreciate them. And Grip 6 sponsors me as well, so shout out to them. And shout out to Sam for creating the best paint scheme on iRacing with that Fishlight. Number 42 Chevy Silverado.
Quick side question: what is Fishbite?
Fishbite. So it's a company that makes the world's best rod holders. Just check them out. They make some really cool stuff. Actually, on the back of my truck, it has some of their products called the Rage. But it's just I swear it's the world's best rod holders. They don't break. They weather the storm. They hold any tension, so let them pull.
Of course, I'll have to share my fishing story on the side once we get done with the broadcast tonight, but nice job tonight, Tanner. Basically, it involves me catching a stingray at one point and a jack at one point, and I'll let you guess what broke the reel. We'll leave it at that. Congratulations on your second place run, and we will talk next week.
I appreciate it.
All right, that's Tanner Long, career best second-place run for him this evening, and we'll bring in the guy that might be disappointed in the end, but I seem to say this about him every single week. He's disappointed probably, but probably happy with a third-place finish when it's all over with, and that is J.W. Miller as we bring J.W. in. J.W., of course, the last road course winner before tonight, led some laps, fell all the way back to 14th when it was all over with the pit strategy and some things probably going wrong there, but all of a sudden fight your way all the way back up to a third-place run. JW, congratulations on that finish there, and talk about your race this evening.
Well, we're doing pretty good there at the beginning, battling up there with Ricky. I felt like I was going to have a good chance at it. And then we pit. And so I came down lap 17, coming to 18. And, of course, he throws the yellow flag when I'm on pit road. And it gave me a drop 10 penalty.
Oh. So did you not beat the flag on the pit road? Is that what happened there? Or was it just luck of the draw type of thing?
I think it was just luck of the draw type of thing that I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, when it was... oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have too much to say about it. It's just iRacing being iRacing, but it's fun coming back up through the field, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, you definitely worked your way up through there. Did you feel you had anything at all for Ricky? Because I know he hawked you down and made the pass and stuff. You seem to run competitive laps, but was he just a little bit faster?
Yeah. He's really, really good at saving the tires. You know, he's... I'm able to hang up there for a while. And, you know, obviously with the short qualifying, that helped me to at least have a few cars in between him, but of course, you know, he made that up in like 2 laps, so
literally.
you know.
Well, you still did a great job this evening. You were able to come back and get third. I know it probably wasn't second. You might have been, you know, the second best truck out here tonight as we speak honestly here for a second, but still a third place run tonight helps you out points wise as you're able to kind of maintain with Ricky as you get back to the ovals next week and things like that. As you work your way to the chase, only 4 to go. That's going to make you feel good.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I'm hoping that the road course races that we have in the future don't end up coming down to a fuel saving deal, because that was kind of annoying after the competition caution that, you know, I had no idea that we were going to be able to make it, or that, you know, Ricky was going to be able to make it turning it off. But I'm thinking maybe if at least he would have had to pit again, that maybe we would have had another chance that he would have made a mistake. But yeah, I guess that's just racing.
Well, great job still on your end. Great third-place finish, and totally okay to be disappointed with third, and that's actually more of a compliment when it's over with. That just shows you how good of a competitor you are when you're ticked off to be third when it's over with. But nice job on your end, and send shout-outs whoever you like to.
And shout out to you for broadcasting every week. Shout out to everybody in the league. And we're looking forward to next week.
There you go. J.W. Miller, nice job tonight, and we will see you next week. As a matter of fact, I'll see you later on this week for the Daytona 500 Saturday night and some other good stuff. So we'll see you soon, bud.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So J.W. Miller joining us, third place run for him. Obviously, you can hear the disappointment. Nothing wrong with that. As I would say sometimes, I'd like to be mad at finishing third sometimes. But, yeah, needless to say, that was definitely a lot of fun tonight. And hopefully you enjoyed tonight, viewers. I appreciate everybody joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, to join us each and every Wednesday night. And, of course, other races, too, that we have, of course, with the Black Horizon Truck Series each and every Wednesday night. Tomorrow night, Short Track Super League is going to be running. We'll be at Langley in Richmond for the Super Late Model and Tour Mods exclusively, I guess we'll say, as as I'm looking right there, as part of the main course right there, actually, on the track there. Friday night, we'll be at Texas Motor Speedway. We'll go a couple hours up the road and crown a champion for the Misfit Media Truck Series as part of the Blown Piston Racing League. Saturday night, the Daytona 500 for the Captain Invitational. And then Sunday night, the JM Transport Clash Series will crown a champion. So a whole lot of fun coming up here. I hope hope you can join me as we broadcast each and every night pretty much throughout the week and put on some great racing for you. And hopefully I'm not too boring for you when it's all over with. each and every evening. Now, next week, we will go to the Phoenix Raceway, the Halifax Towing and Recovery 180 out at the 1 Mile Diamond in the desert. Should be a lot of fun there. So appreciate all the drivers, appreciate all the viewers. Sam Barnes, thank you very much for taking care of me up in the booth. Of course, Travis Icavaci for putting together a very, very fun league as always. So we will see you next week from Phoenix International Raceway next Wednesday night, 8:45 Eastern Time. And as always, like to leave the broadcast and say, if you remember, as I'm stalling because waiting for my song to play and it's not playing, but there we go. Remember, it's not just a game, it's iRacing. See you!
Let go of fear, you're holding the fire smoldering. It's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I'm in for.
Be strong.